I'm your girl, Nikki.
I'm your girl, Zee.
And this is Whiskey Ways.
Come sit with us.
Come sit with us. Y'all know this little show. We gonna sip. We gonna make cocktails.
Yep.
We might throw a little knowledge in here.
Try to.
You know. And if it's wrong, feel free. Let us know in the comments if you learned something else. You know.
Set us straight.
We have done our research, but we can be wrong.
This is true.
So, it's okay. Today's featured whiskey, we're sticking with the Smoke Wagon.
Yeah.
Alright, this is Uncut Unfiltered. So, this one plays no games, okay? This is barrel proof.
Yes.
Okay?
And this is the third we are featuring in our series. Uncut Unfiltered is pretty much no water added when making the bourbon, and it's called barrel proof, barrel strength, or cask strength. And most distillers say it has more flavor, obviously, when you're not adding any water. So it's gonna definitely pack the punch. Hopefully we're ready.
Definitely pack a punch. So they say that the fatty acids that are in the barrels when it's aging is what keeps the flavor. So with Uncut Unfiltered, they're not filtered. They're not doing the chill filter process that a lot of bottles and distilleries do. Even the lower ranges that we tasted, well, they chill it down and they push it through a filter. That way, when you put ice on the whiskey, it won't cloud up. So this one may cloud up when you throw a little ice or a little water in there, if that's what you choose to do. Okay? We don't judge. You know, some people like theirs completely neat. Some like to throw a little ice in there. Try it both ways.
Make it old fashioned.
Some people like to throw just a couple drops of water. Get a little drop, boop, boop, swirl it around. I'm not judging. As long as you drink it.
And enjoy it, right?
Yes.
Drink it and enjoy it.
So that is really what this bottle is about. You know, we getting the strong stuff today. That's strong with a K. Okay, that's how strong it is with a K. Okay, so we will try.
I'm ready.
Here we are. So we are going to sip this. As you see, we have multiple glasses out today.
Yes.
Because we are going to nose and taste this one.
Yes.
Then we are also going to bring in the little system brew.
Yep.
To compare. Okay, so y'all pray for us.
Hey, you can join in.
Yeah.
Why not?
If you got all three bottles, or if you just have three bottles of a different collection,
Yeah.
feel free. Go ahead. See the
Put
difference.
it all out.
See the noses.
Mm-hmm.
See the taste.
Yep.
The mouth feels. You know. All right. So we're gonna crack this open. This bottle is just as beautiful as the other two.
It's pretty.
It's a little fancier because the print actually sticks out. I would say I know the name of that, but I don't know. It's like embossed or something. I don't know.
What are you trying to say?
When stuff sticks out
Yeah.
versus being
there's a
just
name for
2D. It's kind of like 3D, but there's a name for it, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm telling like I know it, but I've heard it.
One thing I do want to point out with the Uncut Unfiltered from Smoke Wagon is some of the bottles, majority of the bottles actually have a date at the back of when they're bottled. So that's kind of cool, right?
It is. It tells you the batch.
Yep.
Yes.
Ours is November 21st, 2020. Batch 28.
Batch 28, and I believe you can actually take that information and go on their website, and they have a list of their batches. They may tell you more information about it. I've clicked around because I just be trying to learn some stuff. So, all right,
girl.
let's see. Very sweet on the nose for me.
Yeah. It is sweet on the nose.
I think it's very honey, very caramel. Still get those bacon spices. baking,
Oh,
not bacon.
Did you see?
I mean, I like bacon, but it ain't a
I
spice.
was gonna eat bacon this morning. I think that's what it was.
Probably. So,
Yes, the baking spices for sure.
You can tell it's a little thicker. It's got something going on there.
Yeah. Even on the nose, it feels.
It's
heavy.
It is. It's a heavier. That's why it's uncut unfiltered.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is the proof on here? 114 proof, roughly.
That's like what?
Because the alcohol by volume is 57.43%. So,
Yeah, here we go. All right.
cheers. So the first thing I get is sweetness, and then I kind of get like a nuttiness, and then I get the baking spices, and then that alcohol hits. Whew. It has a textured feel in my mouth. Kind of fills the mouth. I wouldn't call it oily, but
Very
I'm not
bold.
sure.
It kind of feels like it's not all the way oily, but you know, that it gives you a feeling.
It does give a coating.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then as it goes down, you feel that heat. I feel it in my chest. It's not like, oh, I'm dying. It's like, oh, okay. I feel you.
It warms you up.
It does. Let's see. Small batch.
Yes.
Still pretty sweet. I actually smell the alcohol more.
Yeah.
It only has some vanilla.
Yeah.
And I don't think I got the vanilla the first time.
It's more of it's not as caramelly as uncut.
No. Maybe a little brown sugar.
Definitely smell the alcohol.
Mm-hmm. We got the straight bourbon. Not to be mixed up with Kentucky straight, because this was not in Kentucky.
Yeah.
It was not distilled in Kentucky. It's still very light.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a bit lighter than small batch.
Yeah.
The lightest of the three for sure.
So I'm getting like a toffee note, which would explain the sweetness. All of these are sweet.
A little cinnamon to it, I think. Like a cinnamon vanilla. Like the more I swirl it around, or maybe it's the swirling that's made me think of, you know.
Because it's opening up
Yeah.
more, getting those flavors.
Yeah.
I mean, I can kind of see the cinnamon since I'm getting some bacon spice. Cinnamon, I usually smell in most bourbons,
Yeah.
but I think it's probably because that's one of the scents that I am most familiar with.
Okay.
Because you tend to smell things that you're most familiar with and taste.
Oh,
That's what I learned. That's what I learned. Everybody's nose, everybody's palate different. That's based off of that. Rye spice, definitely.
Okay.
Got the rye.
Okay.
I get some sweetness, but
It's not fruity to me.
it's definitely not fruit. I don't know what they're talking about there.
Maybe the peppery with the heat. I don't know about the avocado.
I do get peppery, I do get the heat, I do get some sweet.
It's an easy drink.
Very easy. Okay, if you are not really a bourbon drinker, but you're looking for a little gateway bottle, that is your bottle right here, okay? It's light, it's easy, okay?
Start over there and then
That's
work
it right
your way
here. You know what I'm
this
saying?
way.
It's like going on the kiddie slopes.
Mhm.
Start low, work your way up.
Yeah.
If you've tried these three, let us know. If there's other ones you want to try, also let us know. If there's some that you've tried and you just want to share your opinion, feel free. WXYZ, okay? Because that's not gonna be here,
Yeah.
okay? Unless you gonna send us that bottle, we not gonna find it. Don't tell me to try Weller's 12 when it's easier to find in Ohio. We not in Ohio. I'm not gonna tell y'all where we at, but we not there. Okay? It would be. I mean, I've had a sample. It's pretty decent. Weeded bourbon, if you like weeded bourbon, but that's not what we're talking about right now. This is rye. We like rye right now.
Rye forward
High
bourbon.
rye.
Smoke Wagon definitely delivers, so I don't know why she, trying to hype it up. But
You know what I'm saying? Gotta enjoy yourself. Gotta enjoy yourself. But yes, so if you're into high rye bourbons,
yes.
Even if you're a newer bourbon drinker, newer whiskey drinker, start with the straight.
Yeah.
Work your way up.
Don't
They
start
have
here.
plenty of expressions. Anyone could be for anybody.
True.
So go ahead and try it. And if you can't find it, maybe your local whiskey bar has it. Go and get a sample. Go ahead and pay for a pour. It's the best way to try something without buying the whole bottle and then being disappointed.
Yeah.
So get into it, guys. All right. So the cocktail that we're making today
Yes.
is the Boulevardier.
Boulevardier.
That's as close to French as I'm gonna get. This cocktail is really known for the fact that people don't know how to say the name of the cocktail.
I've called it Boulevardier all the time.
Yeah,
So
people-
many times. I tell you.
Boulevardier. People be like, how you spell it? I don't know, child, whatever.
Boulevardier.
You know what I'm saying?
Boulevardier.
Right?
Yeah.
It has been called everything but its name.
Yeah.
Okay? So that is its claim to fame, unfortunately, right? Today we're actually making two variations of the original one, and we'll explain why. But the original cocktail, just so you know, in case you want to make the original, because you out here brave, it's 1 to 1.5 ounces of bourbon, 1 ounce of Campari, and 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. Stir all that stuff up in the shaker, mixing glass, strain it over a big ice cube. Boom!
You got it.
That's it.
Yeah.
We not doing that.
Reason why
is Campari. Okay? It's
acquired
strong. Campari is a bitter.
Yes.
It's an aperitif. I mean, you drink it before dinner. It can help increase your appetite. It can help you out. All of that. But it's bitter.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you really like bitter, this is for you. When I say it is hard to tone it down,
It puts up a fight.
It
does.
you be like, oh, okay. Like I've seen stuff like, oh, 1 part, Campari, 3 parts, grapefruit juice, orange juice, and I was like, oh my
You
gosh.
gotta love the bitter.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not my favorite. So
By itself. Yeah, no.
I didn't try to put
No,
it
thank
in
you.
teas. I have made a shot out of it because when I say it's made with herbs and
What?
spices, good for you. At least that's my logic. I put a little lemon juice in there, a little honey. I mixed it up. I was like,
Yeah. Makes you sit down there for a
Yep.
minute, right?
I
You're
make
like,
that face and everything. I was like, that's the face you make when you just have your Campari.
oh.
At least that is our experience.
Yeah.
So, do you want to mix it up?
Sure.
Cool. Boom. So in this variation,
Yes.
we are using 1.5 ounces of bourbon, 3/4 ounce Campari, 3/4 ounce vermouth. That makes 1 cocktail. So we're gonna double that up to make the 2.
Okay.
All right. So we need 3 ounces
Plus
of
3/4.
1/2. Yes.
See. You have to know your math. Alright. So we're gonna start with the additives and not the bourbon,
Yes.
right?
First, I'm gonna go and throw some ice up in here. All right. So,
Start pouring.
some history about cocktail.
Yes.
It was created by Erskine Gwynn. That's right. Right?
Erskine Gwen, is that a female, male?
I had to Google, but it appears to be a man. Is what that appears to be. But the name seems very. It could go either way. Mainly because I don't know where Erskine comes from. I don't know the region.
Sounds foreign for
It does.
the Americas.
It
For
does.
America, not the Americas.
It does.
For Americas.
So he created a newsletter that was called the Boulevardier from 1927 to 1932, and it's given accreditation for this cocktail. Also, he was rich.
He had time to make a
He had the money.
newsletter.
So he had time to do whatever he wanted to do. Cause you know when you're rich, you just be out here living life.
I want to create a newsletter.
Man,
Why not?
you know what I'm saying?
Garçon.
You know, chop chop. Let me get paid. You know, I guess today's equivalent to making a newsletter would be making a blog.
Yes.
As long as your blog can make some money. Or at least get you a cocktail that everybody drinks now. Okay. So that is pretty awesome. We're going to
How
do
much is this
3
again?
ounces.
3.
3 ounces of the bourbon.
And we are using uncut, unfiltered Smoke Wagon.
Yes. So that is the featured bourbon of the episode.
Yep.
Don't you forget it. Let me grab the big ice cubes. Because when Z is done, she is going to stir. She's going to practice her bartender stirring. Because that's what you do. You stir it and then you strain it over big ice cubes. Let's see if I'm going to struggle. I might have to use my hands. We'll see. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. I wasn't sure. Go ahead and stir.
One down.
So you stir until chilled. Most people say that's about 20, 30 seconds. Come on, second ice cube. Don't be a scallywag. I'm out here. I'm out here. That's right. I did it. Okay.
Alright. I think it's chilled.
So it's chilled.
Yes.
We're going to strain it as evenly as possible between the two. And then we shall sip. So this allows us to cut down the bitterness, but we still gonna get the bitterness. Thank you. She's so kind.
Serve others.
So great. You know.
Even it out
Okay.
as much as possible.
The best thing about Campari is that it has such a beautiful red color.
Very inviting.
So it does make you want to drink,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's super bitter.
This is true.
Yes. So if you all making this variation, be sure to let us know. We're gonna sip it.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh yeah,
It's definitely better with the
Campari is much more tolerable. I mean, you still get the bitter in there and everything else.
the bitter. If it was like pickle, it's like you're like, ha ha, I see you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what bitter is, but it's definitely much more tolerable.
And
So,
you could, taste the vermouth as well.
It's actually, this is really good. It's a good drink.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to go,
Yes.
especially if you're starting out with Campari. I suggest taking it a little lighter
Yeah.
and working your way up.
Yep.
Don't jump out there deep in like I did. Those
Please
bad ideas.
don't. I mean, if you get a bottle, take a spoon. Take a spoon of it first
That's it.
before you try anything else.
That's it. Sometimes you just need a bar spoon.
Yep.
Okay? And you don't necessarily need the big bottle. It lasts a long time.
Yeah.
They have smaller bottles. They do. So, if you want to try it, go for it.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, the second variation of the Boulevardier. Like I said, that's as French as I get. We will do 1 ounce of bourbon,
Yes.
1 ounce of sweet vermouth,
Yeah.
and 1 ounce of strawberry infused Campari.
Yes.
Strawberry infused Campari, you're like, what? What is that? Well, we we took some fresh strawberries and we poured some Campari over it just to cover the strawberries. You can let it sit at the least for 24 hours. I know my personal stash at home, I let mine sit. I'm about to say, I let mine sit for 48 to 72, so about 2-3 days. Shook it up. Z let her sit for longer. To really get that strawberry infusion in there, it actually adds a little sweetness, takes some of the bitterness away, not all of the bitterness.
No, it's Campari.
Yes. So we don't want you to
Forever
think
bitter.
if you do this, that it's gonna just be like, oh, it's not bitter.
No matter what you infuse it with, it's forever bitter. Okay? You have that bitterness, because that's what Campari is. It's
Yes.
bitter.
It just is what it is. So we're going to fill the shaker with some ice. We're going to make 2 cocktails. You are up on deck. Mixologist, amateur mixologist. So we're going to do 2 ounces of the vermouth since we're making 2 cocktails. And I will see if I can get these big ice cubes out here. So, Boulevardiers are also known as short drinks, which means they're usually served in rocks glasses, old-fashioned glasses is the other name for them. But some people also serve them in coupes. So you can also serve this in a coupe glass.
Did you know that serving it in like a coupe glass or any glass without ice is serving it
Straight up. Straight up. We did not know that.
well, So that's 2 of the Campari as well.
Yes,
Right?
2 of the Campari. See, we learned something, you learned something. And 2 of the bourbon. We're still using uncut, unfiltered, because guess what? That's the bourbon of the episode.
So I'm doing
2.
2 times 2.
No, just 2. It's 1, 1, 1 for 1 cocktail. So we're doing just 2, 2, 2. Yes. Yes. Z is a lush. She likes all of the bourbon, all of the whiskey, all of the rye. Doesn't really matter. She likes it all.
Depends on my palate.
I'm not gonna lie, most of my cocktails are home about 2-3 ounces. You know. Look at the flick of the wrist. Hey, look at the flick of the wrist. Y'all didn't think I knew that. I know it. In case you did not know, the Boulevardier is also the cousin to the Negroni.
Yes.
Which is made the same way, but instead of bourbon, you use what?
Gin.
Gin. So for those that like gin, feel free. Oh, I'm struggling. Feel free.
Which is more, I guess, a British European thing. They like the gin with the.
I have some friends.
I prefer a Negroni than a Boulevardier, you'd say.
Maybe.
But you know,
I don't know, because I have a
Americans
friend
love their bourbon.
from Tuskegee University.
Okay.
So he is black. He is from New Orleans.
Okay.
And he loves some gin. Favorite liquor. So he probably would love him a Negroni. I won't make it for him, but that's also because I don't really drink gin. He got to do that on his own. He can make his Negroni, I'll make my Boulevardier, and we out here together. Cousins.
Sipping on some
Cousins.
cocktails.
So,
Alright, so
if you all want to try and cut down the bitterness, we definitely suggest soaking the strawberries.
yeah. And it gives it that fruity
Yes.
flavor, taste.
And it kind of makes the red even deepen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
It's not like
there.
it's bright in your face, but
Right.
it's still there.
It's
Yeah.
there and it's sweeter.
Yeah.
So if you all try this cocktail, let us know.
Yes.
Come sit with us.
Cheers.
Share the beverage.
Mm-hmm.
Share the video.
Let's
Subscribe to the channel.
Drink.
Comment below.
Do all what
Okay,
you
she
said
ready
to
to drink. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh wow. That's definitely good. Mm-hmm.
The bitterness on the back end. The
But it's
sweetness.
not as heavy as what Campari, usually brings to the forefront.
Mm-hmm.
Taste of strawberries, vermouth.
It's much more balanced.
Yeah, definitely balanced.
I like it. Sweet, bitter, fruity. Not so fruity. Got
It's
the
like
burger.
a summer cocktail for sure.
Delicioso.
It's delicious.
You know?
All
Alright,
right, you said
guys.
you only know one word.
Well, technically,
Delicioso?
delicioso is Spanish, which crosses into, I mean, they're all Latin based.
Yes.
However,
Okay, you said
I
you
don't
only know one
speak
word.
French. I know more than one word in Spanish.
Okay.
Don't be a hater. Haters.
One
Haters gon' hate. Okay.
One word.
Haters gon' hate.
One word. You heard more than one on
Whatever.
this channel.
Anyhow,
This episode.
anyhow, we are going to cheers to you guys and see you next episode. Bye.